If you had $1 for every time an artist put off doing the artist's way, every artist in the world could quit their day job to do their art. I'm so serious. When I tell you I have got a stack of books for this spring TBR, you're kidding. The spring equinox has come and gone, and we are officially in spring, which is so exciting because I don't know about you guys, but I have just been so done with winter for a minute, and I have this huge stack of books that we now get to go through. So, welcome to my spring TBR. I have 8 books for you today. You're going to see a little bit of a trend. I'm feeling very introspective and sort of wanting to work on my craft. So the books that I'm picking and choosing are kind of following along this sort of thematic journey, or just the theme in general. But we will start with, I'll just start in the order that they're in. Why not? Why make it complicated? So first things first, we have My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. I cannot remember if this was in my fall TBR as well. Either way, I haven't gotten to it yet. I think it was rated the #1 book of like the 20th century or something. It's 4 books, and I've heard it is such a good series on female friendship. Lit fic is really taking up a big space in my reading corner right now. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm just thinking of reading this in the park with a matcha, and it's sunny and getting warmer and flowers are blooming, and that's making me really excited. The next book I have is a book that my cousin actually got for me because she read it when she was in her 20s, and it is, you might be familiar with it. It is 20-something, 20 Everything by Christine Hassler, A Quarter Life Woman's Guide to Balance and Direction. Can you guys tell I'm feeling unbalanced and directionless? In all seriousness, I feel like I know exactly what I want to do in life, and the roads to get there are many. I could do a numerous amount of things, and I'm just feeling like I don't know which way to go at any given moment, and I'm feeling this paradox of choice. And so I love a self-help book. Like, I love to read what people think, because the truth is that if there's bad advice in this, you don't have to take it. I just love to read about the human experience, because I wrote this in my journal today. The human experience is never singular. We are all going through the same things. So I will let you guys know my thoughts when I finally finish this bad boy. Similarly, on the theme, I have The Creative Act, A Way of Being. I'm sure you guys have seen this at like Barnes & Noble or something, by Rick Rubin. My mom actually got me this, I think for my birthday. I don't remember which year it was. And in all honesty, I don't even really know what this book is. It's just like an aesthetic book that I see people hold. Oh, my mom wrote a note to me. That's cute. It just, the chapters say 78 areas of thought. Cool stuff. But it starts by saying everyone is a creator. That's the first sort of chapter. And you know, I'm just really looking to understand more about my creative process at the current moment, clearly. So this one I'm really excited about. This is the best short stories of 2024, the O. Henry Prize winners. Loving the cover, loving the cover. Sometimes I find short stories to be really inspiring, particularly for songwriting, just because shorter form content and kind of pick out the important details, and I think it's just a good way to expose yourself to a lot of different writers very quickly. And I think sometimes it makes it harder to get into because you can't fully immerse yourself in the story. But I have always loved a short story collection because I find them less daunting than an entire novel sometimes, if I'm not feeling like my attention span is going to allow me to sit down and devour a 400-page book. Then this will be what I pick up that day. This is also gonna be a good park read. I can feel it. I can feel me in Prospect Park reading this. All right, this next one, I've heard the stories. I know what I'm in for. I know what I'm in for. Everyone says this one makes them cry. A Little Life, 4 college classmates, friendship, New York, in search of fame and fortune, according to the back. All I know is that tragedy strikes because everyone ends this book crying their eyes out, but lots of good reviews. This one's a bit of a tome. I'm not gonna lie, this is 700 pages and it scares me a little bit, and I think the only way to get through this is to probably set aside a whole entire morning for it, because I feel like this isn't the kind of book that I'm going to be able to just sit down and read 30 pages and be like, oh yeah, I could come back to this. I'm going to need to get into it. That way I'm locked in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to have to sit down and read the first 200 pages all in one go. So that way I'm fully immersed already and I have the momentum to keep going for 700 pages. Because don't get me wrong, I love a 700 page book, but that is usually a fantasy for me. Fantasy is my true bread and butter. So I'm gonna have to take preparations. I'm gonna have to, you know, I know myself. Similarly to the short story collection, I have Folk Tales from India, which is by assorted authors, of course, but by A.K. Ramanujan. Not sure if I'm saying the last name correctly. The Plight, that is the South Asian last name. Anyways, I picked this book up from a bookstore. I forget the name of it. It's in the mini mall in Williamsburg. You guys know what I'm talking about. I've been really looking and wanting to reconnect with my heritage and learn more about the culture and the history and just delve into it. And I've always been a reader, clearly, and reading is just my way of really connecting dots in my brain. So I'm really excited to read this and get some good stories in, you know? I think there will be a lot of good inspiration in this for my own writing, and I also just think it's freaking cool. How many are there? 110? Holy shit. Okay, well, some of them are like, you know, just like a page, but look at these cute illustrations. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. That is just so pretty. I'm really looking forward to this. I truly am. I think this is gonna be really good. This one, oh my gosh, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I'm actually so excited to read this book, but also the best part, look at those sprayed edges. This is a special edition, the 10th anniversary edition. Are you kidding me? And I've never been a sprayed edges girly necessarily, but these are just gorgeous. And I have been seeing some of the booktube girlies talk about Kristen Hanna for a while now, and I've wanted to be included. Trust, I've wanted to be included. But you know, I tend to disagree with a lot of the general girly booktube population, so I often don't take those recs to heart, and I'm a little bit suspicious. A lot of the time I just think that my book taste is a little different. Hold on, everyone. I waited a minute. There might be more honking to come, but really, who's to say? Anyways, as I was saying, Kristen Hanna. Been really on the historical fiction lit fic vibe lately. I don't really know what's going on. I was waiting for this on Libby, and I've been waiting for like a few months, and it was, you know, I was like, come on, and I had a couple of her books on hold there, and then I saw this one at my favorite bookstore in St. Pete, which is Book and Bottle. I love that place. Go if you go to St. Petersburg. And I was like, oh my god, it's so pretty. I have to have it. And I figured that if I don't like the story, I can just give it to my mom. This is such like a mom book. Like, I feel like this is a book my mom would have on her shelf, you know, where I'd be like, Mom, what is that? It's World War II in German-occupied France. I studied French in school for quite literally over a decade, and I am 3 classes away from an entire undergrad degree in French. So I know a bit about it, and I love French history. So this was the book I was looking forward to the most anyways out of Kristen Hanna's, you know, bibliography. So I'm really glad I picked it up, and I might have to read it next. Like, it might have to be the next thing that I pick up, because I'm just so like, what's happening? What's going on? Anyways, enough. Okay, time for the last book. You guys knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Don't lie to me. This is The Artist's Way, A Spiritual Path to Higher Creativity by Julia Cameron with Mark Ryan. Claire got me this for my 23rd birthday. So freaking cute. I am now 24 and I haven't done it yet. I started it when I was in London with Ashika actually, and I like signed the little contract and everything, and I love to annotate my books, so I had some annotations in here already. I think I did about 2 weeks of it before I fell off. If you had $1 for every time an artist put off doing The Artist's Way, every artist in the world could quit their day job to do their art. I'm so serious. So this is my summer project. I have about a month left of this semester and I'm trying not to like pile too much on my plate, but this is my project that begins the second school ends for me. And like it should start tomorrow, but I know myself and I know what I can handle and I can't handle thinking about all these things at one time. I have been doing my morning pages, so we're on the way. But this is the way to go. This is what I'm feeling. Alright, my camera is about to die. Let's see if I can recap these books quick enough to give you guys the overview before it's gone. So, my spring TBR, we have My Brilliant Friend Elena Ferrante, 20-something, 20 Everything, Christine Hassler, The Creative Act, A Way of Being, Rick Rubin, The Best Short Stories 2024, the O. Henry Prize winners, A Little Life, Hanya Yanagihara, cute, Folk Tales from India, edited by A.K. Ramanujan, The Nightingale, Christine Hanna, and then The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron. This is my spring TBR. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you've read any of these or if you have a favorite or what is on your spring TBR because I don't know. So cheers and happy reading.